Good evening and welcome to the Witching Hour. Hopefully it's a good warm welcome to everybody here from the Crafty Witches Facebook and YouTube, but also tonight hopefully, fingers crossed, we're over in the Hobby Maker fans page as well. So hopefully we're going to have a bit of fun, look at a few bits and pieces that we've had over our weekend releases, and have a little bit of a crafty chat. So if you're here with us on Facebook, give us a hello and let's see what's going on. What have you all been up to? It's beautiful weather. I can't believe I'm standing here in a jumper, but it's the only thing that doesn't react with the green screen. Right, let's see. So let's crack on then. First of all, what I wanted to do is I wanted to start off by revisiting the club. I've had a lot of messages over the last week or so about the club and about what's it all about and everything. So I just wanted to share with you again the screen that I did the last few times, just to go through some of the highlights of being in the Crafty Witches Club. So let me just pop that over. Okay, so you can see that we have 3 levels of membership, but all membership is exactly the same. You get the same benefits. It's just the length of time that you're with us, which is that's entirely up to yourself. It's what you can afford, and what what you want to get out of being part of our digital community. So our first like top class membership is called the first class membership, which is £40. And with that £40, you get a £5 voucher, digital voucher every month, along with 25% off everything that you purchase on the website. So you can already see, by just paying for that £40 over the year, you're going to get £60 worth of digital vouchers to spend over the website, but over the digital downloads, sorry. And also you're going to get 25% off everything on the website, which is a fantastic offer to have, and it's also great to be part of a club as well. Then we've got our classic membership, which is £25, and that's for 6 months, and that gets you exactly the same, but obviously just for 6 months. But you've got like your £5 voucher and your 25% discount. So it's entirely up to yourself. And again, if you think about that 6 months, you're going to get £30 worth of voucher. So you're going to get, you're going to get more than your money back that your initial investment is. You've also got our taster membership. So you're all there thinking, do I, don't I? Well, £10, and that's our taster membership. And that'll get you £5 now. And actually, what date are we? We're on the 12th of May. So if you join today with the £10 voucher, you're going to get £5 in May and £5 in June, which is absolutely fantastic. So you're getting your £10 back straight away. Plus, you're getting 25% off everything you buy. And if you like what we're going to present tonight, it'll be great if you join the club to get your extra discounts as well. Right, let's go back to the screen. Okay, so have we got anybody in here? Right, I might be slow on the messages. I'm not sure on the take up, but good evening to all that's with us. The first collection that I wanted to talk about today is our topper collection, and I'll just pop that in there. And you've got the Paper Charm Topper Butterfly Breeze kit. Now this is an extension of our Paper Charms kits, because obviously when we originally released our Paper Charm kits, people were like, oh, we'd like toppers with those and stuff like that. So we've actually done a topper kit, which actually is almost a ready-made card, if you like, something that's going to be really quick and easy for you to do. It's got 24 toppers on it, with 24 pattern papers and 24 solid papers, sized to fit a 6x6 card, or you can resize it to fit a 5x5 or 8x8. It all depends on yourself. But we'll take a look at that kit in more detail. If I just pop over to the computer, and we'll just have a little look. Okay, so this is the Butterfly Breeze Paper Charm Toppers Kit. And you just click enter here. And as I said, it's going to bring up, so there's going to be 5 pages worth of this, where you get your 4 toppers and your 4 different backgrounds and solid colours. And what Becky's done with these ones is she's actually picked the colours that make the toppers stand out the most. So like, you know, mix, match and harmonise, as Linda always says. So let's just get that to the full screen. So you've got your full toppers, and you can see you've got 1C, 2C, 3C, 4C. They all correspond with the papers that go across the page. So if we just like get rid of that one, you can see, so we had 1C, you've got 1A and 1B. Yeah, so all the ones go together and then all the twos. So let's just make that a slightly bit, so you can see, and that's what you're going to get. So you've got the topper, you've got the solid colour to give it a matte layer, and then you've got the decorative paper to go at the back. Now obviously this will mix match with all what we've got in the other collection that's coming up, but this is just showing you that these are ready-made cards ready to go. I'll just click through some more so you can see some more of the toppers. So if we go through, I mean this one, I love this one, this is absolutely beautiful. I love this. I mean, I love butterflies anyway, and they always say, don't they, in the craft world, a butterfly will fix everything. A butterfly will fix everything. So my first demo is going to be with this beautiful butterfly on 5C. And again, that's what Becky's done. She's labelled them so it goes like your backing paper is A, your solid colour is B, and then your topper is C. So it all fits together as it does. Right, let's just click out there, and then we'll just click on 7B so you can have a little look at that one. And that's what I'm saying, you've got 7A, 7B, as you've got the solid colour and the decorative paper. I think I've just had an update on Adobe, so please ignore that, don't worry. It's nothing sinister. Right, and then you go across again, you've got yet another 4 toppers and the decorative papers, 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 and then we've come to the end where the next buttons turn grey. That's 30 printable sheets. So you can imagine the amount of cards that you can make with this. We've decided on, I've decided, sorry, on the card I'm going to make is I'm going to print a topper a few times, but what we'll do is we'll just take a quick look on the overhead at that, and I'll pop up what the offer is. So it's $6.99 for this download. This is a fantastic price. Boo, what's new? Thanks the Crafty Witches for posting. Just the talking bit. Hi Ian, hi Kim, nice to see it. Hi Jackie, thanks for joining. Oh, don't worry, it'll always be on our YouTube, Jackie, so you'll be able to go back and rewatch. But I mean, you've just sort of, I've done no demos yet, so you're okay. We've just got to showing a bit of what was in the Paper Charm Toppers kit. So this is the card I'm going to make, and as you can see, if I just turn it to the side, it's got a bit of dimension to it. And our Mandy Alexander loves a bit of dimension, so I thought I'd do this in honour of her. Mind you, a couple of the cards tonight will have a bit of dimension. As you can see, this is a really, really simple card. Well, I say a simple card to make, obviously, if you like fussy cutting, but you could also have just done that just with the topper. So all I needed for this card was the toppers, and I've picked this one, and I haven't resized this at the point. I've printed this to fit the page, and again to fit the page I've printed the A's and B's with this one. And I mean, look at this beauty. I mean, I know we always go on about Becky, but this is so beautiful. This is so decadent luxury. I feel like I'm already going on my holidays by just looking at that with all the beautiful colours, and that's one of the reasons I picked it to make the demo tonight. So I'll just bring up my bits to create the demo, and as you know, I'm always well prepared. So this, again, like I said, it's a 6x6 card that we're doing, and again, this fits in a 6x6 card, so you're probably looking at, it's around 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And what I'm going to just do is just going to pop some adhesive on here. Again, any adhesive of your choice. I like an all-purpose because it gives you wiggle room, and then when it sticks, it's stuck. You can pop that on, and that just centralises it in the card there. Yeah. And then what I've done is I've popped some foam tape on the back of the purple, the purple top a bit, the solid coloured paper, and we'll just pop that centrally. And I'm doing all this by eye with trying not to get my head in the camera, so I hope I'm getting it central. And then I'm just going to put the topper on for you, just popping that all purpose on again. And I have just added some gems in, and you can see that just with the sentiment is a really quick, simple card. But as I said, like with our Mandy, we like to do a bit of 3D in decoupage and building it up. So what I've done is I've printed it 3 times, and then I've taken some of the toppers and cut it out. So just pop a bit of glue gel on. And again, you can do this with foam pads, but it's just, again, the wiggle room with glue gel. That's what I like about that. But I'm not one of these people who just wants, just always uses one medium. I do mix and match quite a lot, and I am quite liking a bit of glue gel at the moment for 3D in cards. It really does make them stand out, and it gives you time to manoeuvre them around and actually bend and shape them in as well. With the butterfly, again with this one, I'll just bring them in. I've cut them out 3 times, and I've just cut one. I've got obviously the one on my topper, which is going to have my tenor on anyway, but I've just cut it out. And I think many moons ago on one of Halsey's lives, she said, like, don't try and cut the things that you can't. So the antennae I haven't, because that would be astronomical to try and cut them that thin. So just do what you can and then build your picture up. So with this one, I'm just going to pop some glue, tacky glue on as well, and then just pop them in the middle there. And then I've just done it again, but I've cut just the bottom wings off. And again, just shaping those wings with your fingers. You don't need, I mean, you can do it with a ball tool or whatever, but it's entirely up to yourself. And then what I've done, pop that one again in the middle. You can put this on glue gel if you want, but we want the height in the wings. And again, what I would always do with this one is when it's dry, I would probably fluff them up again. So as you can see, I've got a bit of height. If I show that one there, I've got a bit of height on that, and that's because I fluffed them up when it was all stuck down and properly dry. But obviously it's not going to be like that at the moment. And then obviously these don't come with sentiments, so what I'm going to do is I'll show you the sentiment pack in a little while of what I've used. But we do have our on our website, we do have sentiment packs as well. So I've just put just for you, and I just popped it on a bit of foam tape, and there you go. A replica, albeit a little bit flatter at the moment because we want it to dry, but of the same card. And I think this is a really good way to show that even if you're a beginner crafter, let's just go back over to the main screen. If you're a beginner crafter, if you're a beginner crafter, sometimes you don't know where to go and what to do. When I say Becky and Linda, they mix, match and harmonise. They do all that hard work for you. All it is looking at it and cutting it out and putting it all together. And that's as simple as it was. I used my guillotine to chop all the square bits and everything, and I used my snippets scissors for the decoupage. But again, it's all doable with a pair of scissors. A good pair of scissors. You can do anything within your crafting journey, I think. So that's the first card that we're going to look at. I'll just bring over my second demo, just so we've got it all on the table ready. But what are we all thinking? Let's have a look. Love the colours in this collection. I know. Do you know what, Jackie? I always think when I get the kits, I always look at the backing papers. Sorry, I'm in front of the L. Sorry, that's me. I always got the decorative papers, and I always think how beautiful and what Becky's achieved with what she's got. It's just really beautiful. Okay. Hello, hi Kim. Yeah, lovely designs they are, and they're really, really simple to put together as well. And again, you can decoupage if you like. You don't have to. You can just cut the topper out and Bob's your uncle, as they say. You can just go for that. Let's have a little scroll back. Let's see. Love the colours in this collection. Yeah. You have my favourite glue holder here, and it really saves my hands. Do you know what? A lot of people have been talking about this recently, and I have noticed it. It's on the All and Create website, but it is well worth every penny. I mean, I don't suffer with any dexterity problems, but I always used to struggle with the tacky glues and stuff, and that just really, really helps. So yeah, really good one. I look at the papers first too. I know, Jackie, that is, I always say, I've always said that every show I've been on, that's the first place I go to, is the decorative papers. And that's why the Paper Charms collections are so amazing, and why they fit in with what I personally like to do anyway, because I like construction work. I like construction work. I'm not a construction worker. I like to build for carpet, but I also like to be able to print my own designs. And again, when I do make to sell, so when people are asking for certain projects, it's such a great way to have it all there at hand, so I can keep printing and time again, because that's one of the worst things I've come across in my crafting life, is that I've used all the paper, but I haven't been able to go and get any from anywhere else. But when I discovered Linda Chapman and in a previous life, and with the Crafty Witches, it's been a journey that I can't do without, if you like. So yeah, brilliant. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick look at the Paper Charms set. So I'll just pop over to the computer again, and so this is the Butterfly Breeze Paper Charm Pack. So again, you've got the toppers, but you want to do other things, like I've just said. You want to do a construction work. You want to just build simple cards that's just got like a sentiment on, and a sentiment on, and just some decorative paper. So if I click and go into enter here. So what we've got here is we've got 32 printable pages, and you've got like 8 what we've called midnight, 8 that we've called midday. You've got your 8 essentials, and you've also got your 8 solids. So that's 32 printable sheets. And just look at these. I mean, I will make them the A4, but just look at that. Isn't that? I mean, again, if you're fortunate enough to have an A3 printer, this is going to make beautiful summer birthday wrapping paper, or even the bags. Do you know what I mean? Making your own bags with this. This is going to look so good to go with your card as well. From you know, if you bought the previous collection, this would be sensational. And again, you just look at it. We can go for the height, let's just say, and then that'll give you the full what it looks like in its entirety at A4. These collections, the Paper Charms collections, are such a really, really good idea. If you're printing, again, we've talked over the years I've been doing this, we've talked about all the different mediums that you can print onto. I mean, as you know, me and my friend have got a printable, edible printer. So this, as a cake topper and as a board around the cake, it's just going to look sensational. Add some flowers on the top, you know, and you've got such a beautiful designed cake. The colours are just sensational, aren't they? Let's just go to the next one. I'll click over, and we've got this one, the Butterfly Breeze. This is the midday papers, and let's look at this one. Oh, now I do feel like I'm in my holiday, sipping my first cocktail of the day, or maybe second or third, who knows. But this is absolutely beautiful. Look at the look at, and again, you haven't got you can print A4, but I could, you know, I could cut into this, I could change it up, I could do whatever I wanted with it, to be honest with you, like, because it's I can print as much as I want, when I want, how I want, because it's a craft shop that never closes. It's 24 hours a day, instant craft, and I just think this is absolutely amazing. Let's get down, let's go across. You've then got your midnight papers, and these ones I've picked to do with my demo, and I've picked this one, but I wanted to show you something on this while we're on it, and it was because you can go to your full page and you can see all your butterflies, but if I decide, and which I am going to do in the next demo, I want to make one of these a topper, which I can do. It's entirely up to myself. So all I need to do is go to the menu, go to undo, redo more, take a snapshot, and then go to the area that I want. Click OK. Now I think I might have cut its wing off a little bit there, but if I click print, you can see I've got a tiny little image in the screen now. But if I then go 150% and then click on it, it's got slightly bigger. If I then go 225%, again, it's got slightly bigger, and that's the size I've done for my demo. But if I do fit to page, and that you can see, and if you print that off, you'll see that there's no distortion in the image, because it's 300 dpi. It's exactly what we would send to the printers if we were having paper packs printed. But you can do this at home now digitally on your own computer. I mean, again, look at that butterfly. How sensational is that? And I'll show you what I've done in this next demo with it. But this is just showing you how to resize using Adobe Reader. So if I click cancel, come out of that. We'll go across to next. Again, you've got more of the decorative papers. Look at this one. This is just beautiful. I just love all the butterflies. I mean, I know they say in the craft world, if you ever struggle, just add a butterfly. This is just brilliant. It's got so many butterflies on, so you can cut out using Adobe Reader, using your undo, redo more, and then snippet tool to create whichever size you want. I mean, they are beautiful papers. Well done, Becky. I just think it's a massive well done. Click across to next, and now you've got your essential papers. I'll just click on a couple. So we've got the red or the pinky dots. So again, all of these will match within the collection that we've got. If I click across to next again, you've got the diagonal stripes. Again, so useful with lots and lots of things. I mean, again, you know, when I say about creating boxes, the great thing about doing it digitally, you can have the back and the front of the card that you're making your boxes out of different shape, different colours, different designs. So if you wanted a diagonal stripe insert to your box, you just print it and then print the colour that you want on the other side. So double-sided printing. I mean, we'll go into all that as time goes on with the Crafty Witches, but this is just little ideas that are coming to my mind as we're talking. Then we go to next, and then we've got solid colours, and these are more like a pastel-y colour. So we'll click on the blue. I love blue. Blue's my favourite colour, but this is a real nice sky blue. Just looking out my kitchen window, and I can see, I know it's getting a bit late on in the day, but it's still nice and blue out there, still nice and bright, nice and sunny, which is really good. Let's have a look at the next one. If we click across to next, you've then got more of a darker solid colour. So again, they'll all mix and match with the previous, but it's giving you options. So you can be using these solid colours with your midnight and your and your other ones with your midday, or equally you can mix and match them both together. It's entirely up to yourself, and that's what I've done in the demo. So it's come to next. If we click back, and it's going to take us to the beginning. Don't forget, if you're ever stuck or you've got any questions that you don't have, we've got our more information cauldron, and that gives you all your how-tos, frequently asked questions, our angel policy, how to contact us, leave us feedback. And I know people sometimes think feedback's dangerous, but feedback is a gift, and it helps us grow and progress. And if you've got any ideas that you want to share with us, don't forget, just pop them in that feedback section. That's equally as good. You've then got your angel policy, and I really wanted to talk about this as well, because I sometimes just brush over it, but I think it's really, really important. Our angel policy is so generous. There's not many out there where you can make as many as you like. As long as it's a finished project, you can make and sell as many as you like. All we ask is that you don't print the papers and sell the papers on their own. So it has to be a finished article, a finished project, whether that be a cake, a card, something that you sublamination printed on. I mean, the digital world is amazing, and it's going to get even more amazing as the years go on. You can make and sell for personal gain. That's really important to know. And also, if you want to make for charity as well, it's so important to know that you can do that as well. So the angel policy from the Crafty Witches is so generous. Please take advantage of it. That's the main thing. Right, if I click back over. So that paper collection, that paper charms pack collection is $4.99. Oh, I'm wondering. That paper collection is $4.99. I mean, where would you get a collection of papers for that much money? It's amazing. $4.99, and again, it's a 24-hour craft store, so I can print when I like, what time I like. If I want to get up in the middle of the night like Linda was the other morning, she could be printing at 4 o'clock in the morning if that's what she wants to do. And that's an amazing opportunity to have when you're doing digital crafting. There's one more. I'm just going to take out this slide, but I just wanted to pop on. This is when you've seen I'm using sentiments, because I've been asked this question quite a lot as well. Is what sentiments are you using? Where do you get these little black and white sentiments from? On our website, we have got sentiments in abundance, and the ones I've been using recently have come from the Spellbinding Essentials, Essential Sentiments Volume 1. And I will pop over to the computer just to give you a brief look, because in this collection there is so much. You have got 10 sheets with over 220 sentiments, and I'm just going to get it up on the computer, and then I'll bob back over to show you, because I just think it's really important just to take a look. Like I said, it's 10 sheets, so if I just bob back over to the computer, let's just take that one out. Right, and I'll take that. Okay, so you can see it's just a file. There's no landing page with it at all. But if I click on a file to open, you've got some circular sentiments. So if you want with a little bit more writing in, you've got some rectangle, and this is the ones I've been using today. Well, over the last couple of days. Well, over the last couple of 3 weeks actually, because I do like a black and white sentiment. I mean, I love stamping, but this takes it to another level, because I can print all these sentiments off, and I've just got them in an envelope that I can keep going back to and cutting out when I need. Because you don't always want a just because, you don't always want a happy birthday, so there's always something on there, I think, that you'll be able to find as well. Let me see. There was you've got them in squares as well, and I think if I go further down, you've got some like sayings, if you like. You've got dream, live the dream, dream big. So all of these things, you've got all of that, and this sentiment kit is a real worthwhile having in your stash. So I'll just click back over. So this one is $5.99. Now take a look on the website. Just type in where it says search. Just type in sentiments, and you'll see the abundance of packs that we've got. This is the one I've been using, and this is the one I'm using today in all of my cards. So just so that you're aware of what I am using as well. But it's well worth keeping and having at hand. Right, let's go to the overhead so that we can do a demo. I'll just take that out. That one back in. Okay, so I would say like a true crafter I've got ready, but I've missed my pokey tool, so I'll just get that out. So what we're going to make on this one is we're going to make this card. And this, like I said, is just using the Paper Charms kit. But with this one, you've got the opportunity, like I said, I've resized that to 225%, and that's helped me to create a topper for my card. A really simple card. Again, I can't take credit for the design because, like everybody else, I suppose I've been scrolling through YouTube and through Pinterest and that, and these ones with the little banners have really jumped out and took my eye. So I thought I'd like to create one using our papers this evening. Okay, so let's get started. So what I said before about using the two different colours. So you know, in the pack there was the solid colours. Let me just move this one out of the way. I said there was the solid colours, yeah? So this is from the pastel type solid colours, the yellow, and the blue is from the darker colours at the back. So again, this is what they're good at. They're mixing and matching all the time, those crafty witches. And again, I'm using my all-purpose glue to create the background. Well, to create the matten layer, sorry, rather. And again, this is an A5 card, so all of these have been cut with 1/4 inch around them. So you know, it's A5 is about 5 by 5 3/4 by 8 1/4. So I've just gone down 1/4 inch at every moment. And then I've just pop that there to give myself a banner. And again, this just shows you as well, using your solid colours are just as important as using using the pattern papers. Now, let me just sort my bits out here. Right, let me see. Okay. So again, there's no sort of I'm a very much by eye person, so there's no sort of where do they sit on the card. I'm just gluing the last tab on to show you, and you've got that there. So you've got your last tab on, and again, I've just used that pop of yellow just to give it a little bit of point of difference. I could have picked one of the other colours, but I just thought it matched the butterfly and it looks super cool. Right, and then all I'm going to do is pop them on, but like I'm just sort of trying to leave about 1/4 inch at the side, if you like, and I'm just going up and down like to create sort of a wavy pattern with it, if you like. So a bit like well, if you were a football fan, they did the Mexican wave, didn't they? It's a little bit like that, doing the up and down, if you like. And again, it's very simple, you know. I mean, it's not I mean, I've done this. You could make probably 3 cards out of the decorative papers and the essentials. I did two cards out of the one sheet of solid colours with this, and then you do again the last one. And what I've tried to do, if you can see, is I've tried to keep the papers matching, if you like. So where I've cut it, that butterfly fits. I know it's a bit far apart, but it's it does what it says on the tin. Then I'm just going to pop another bit that I've just cut, and this is just about 3/4 of an inch by probably by about 4 inches, really, I'd say. And then the middle bit is the same, just in blue, but at 1/2 inch. And then what I'm going to do is I've cut this butterfly 3 times, and I've really cut into it to give it some shape. And again, this is done on Linda Chapman's 160 GSM 160 GSM paper emporium. So you can see, I mean, it prints beautifully, but it also shapes. So it's not, and because it's super smooth, and I know I say this a lot of the time, really, super smooth paper, when you're printing on it, makes all the difference. One, it doesn't drink the ink, but the ink sits on top, and it looks vibrant, it looks amazing. I mean, I don't know if you can say in it that whether it does look vibrant from the images on the camera, but it certainly is. And then what I'm going to do again with this one, because I like a bit of height, I'm just going to pop a bit of the glue gel on and just pop my butterfly there. We've then got our sentiment, and again it's a thank you, and I've just used some dies to cut that out, but that was cut out of the oblong sentiments in the essential sentiments, and that's just a little thank you card for you all out there that's watching me this evening. And then again, I've got these dewdrops, what do you call them, gems, and I just think they looked really nice on the card as well. Just pop a few around, and again just pop in the odd one or two in, just to create like as if there is some rain on it. You can put as many as you want, and I'm just going to pop a few there. And there you can see, a little bit different to the previous card, which I don't know what I've done with. Oh, it's under here. But very similar sort of looking. I've just popped a few more gems on there, and again, once that's dry, you can sort of zhuzh up the butterfly so it's more 3D. Let's have a look at the comments. So Jackie, when I decide on a layout, I sometimes take photos. It's easier to choose then. I agree. You know, sometimes it's hard. I wake up, sometimes I've had this idea and it's hard to scribble down, so I have to try and find something that looks similar in what I've done and try to take pictures to remember, if you like. Roz does that as well. No, you're not late, Roz. It's always great to have you at the party. Did you snapshot the butterfly, and what size, please? Right, yes, Jackie, I did snapshot the butterfly out of the paper. This was the recipe that I used. So it was 225% I did the butterfly at. And then I did like I said, I've printed the papers just to show you what I used as well. And this was the sentiments, and this is what I was saying about the sentiments. You've got, I'm here for you, I'm proud of you, to my friend, you're amazing, congratulations, happy birthday. There's so much in there. It's well worth having in your stash. Beautiful, thanks Jackie. Oh, Brill. Oh, thank you, thanks Linda. I hope I am good. I do try my best. Right, now, the second part of the show. Have you got a scan and cut? Have you got a silhouette? Let's go over to the main page. Have you got a scan and cut? Have you got a silhouette? We do SVG files as well. And Becky this weekend has just released some absolutely fantastic ones. I mean, I am going to do a demo with them, and again, I've just done it slightly differently to what you know, just a normal card. I've used my cutting machine and I've resized and all that kind of stuff to make it quite funky. But we'll see how that goes when we do the demo. But the first lot I wanted to talk about was the Tropical Trip SVG files. Now, I'm not going to go onto the computer for the SVG files, and primarily the reason being is because it's just lines, it's just drawings. You know how to resize, and if you're with Silhouette, you'll use Silhouette Studio. If you're with Brother Scan and Cut, and those are the only two I really know personally to do, you'll resize either on the screen or in Canvas Workspace. But these, to make your summer projects, and I mean, I'm seeing parties, I'm seeing table mats, all sorts with these to have a nice tropical party. I mean, it has been a beautiful weekend, so these were great to get started if you have got like any barbecues coming up, so you could create your own tableware and stuff. But what's so fantastic is they're $3.99 for all these, and let me just see how many was that roughly. Oh, in the tropical, there's I think there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 designs. But then obviously that could be 800 because you can resize to as big or as small as you like. The next one that we've got on the show as well, which was from Sunday's release as well, and this, Becky deserves a medal for this as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to proclaim to be an expert on any digital cutting machine. I know what I know, and I've learnt from the best, I believe. So having things done for me, as back in the day, I've probably told this story 1,001 times, but back in the day, I messaged Linda before I was on any design team or sample team or anything like that. I messaged Linda because I said, as I'm a man, I'm lazy, and I'd like some support. Could you do me some cutting files that were either boxes or box envelopes that I could put through my Scan and Cut? And she put the thumbs up and said, job done, it's going to be on the next USB, and it was, right? One of the other things I never asked for, but Becky has granted my wish this time, is if I click over to the milestone SVGs. Now, I know you can weld and mould and all those other things on your Scan and Cut. I know you can do that, but how great that Becky's done it for us. You've got your main ages, so you've got your numbers 1 to 10 anyway, if you like. But Becky has done those main ages all welded with a mat, which is fantastic. So you've got 16, 18, 21, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, all the big birthdays. You can make those numbers up yourself with the individuals, but when it's welded, there's just something that's a little bit more sensational about it. Let me get from behind me, yeah, sorry. And for $3.99, I mean, you wouldn't get a pack of dies for that. And again, when I say a pack of dies, if you think about the sizing on SVG files, that can be, I think they're 7 inches, roughly about 7 inches. Is it 7 inches? Let me just, no, 7 centimetres in height. Obviously different widths dependent on the number, but 7 centimetres in height. But you can make that as big or as small as you want. So you'd never have a pack of dies that could do that. So, I mean, I have been watching today, I've been watching Mel, because I do love to watch a good Scan and Cut show, and I've been watching Mel. So they've got some great offers over on Highlight Crafts at the moment with their Scan and Cuts. So if you haven't invested in an electronic cutting machine, but you know, pop over there, have a look. I've saw some great deals today, and you could use our SVG files in them as well. Right, let's go back to the overhead and let's see what we're going to create this time. So this one, we are going to use the SVG files, and I just wanted to show you how different it can be. And I wanted to show you what I've done. Now, this is the card I've used. So this is our craft card, which is more like a a certificate type card. It's the best craft work, and the reason it's good is because it's super smooth and it's 240 GSM. This will also go through your printer, and that's available on the website as well under the Paper Emporium. And then what I do, and again, this is, I mean, people might think I'm mad because I can print when I want and how I want. So I can't tell you which actual collections I got these colours from. What I did do is when I see a colour that I like, and I think, oh, I might use that again for something else, I just print it off and keep it in a pack. And this green, I mean, it may not shout out to be a leaf in terms of the tropical leaf, but I just loved this green. And then this pink, there's so much you can do. And again, just printing the solid colours off. I've only printed them one-sided because I'm using them to matte and layer, but again, that's the other great thing. You can print as much as you want when you want, and if there are papers that you like, you just pick and choose what you want. So this is the card I'm going to make, and as you can see, it's not the size of the leaf that you would get on the download, because I think that the download, I think it's about 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. I've just resized this to be 8 inches. 8 inches tall, and it's about 7 and probably 7 3/4 wide. You know, so it would fit in an 8x8 box perfectly. But again, you know, you can make your boxes to fit as well, and I'm sure we've got a file that you can make an envelope as well on our website if you take a look. But this is the card we're going to make, and I'll just show you how I've done it. And so what I've done is I've cut 2 pieces of the mat of the leaf, and then what I've done is I've used some red liner tape, just scored it at the back again, and just used some red liner tape. Now, this is why I said about the welding and moulding and all of that. I could have popped those together and welded it together so that I could cut out. I'd need probably on a scan and cut a 12 by 24 inch mat to do that for this size of card, but I did it because I sometimes do make my cards like that with the fold in the back, because again, it's individual. Nobody else is going to be able to get one of those cards, are they? Well, they are if you've bought our downloads and you follow the tutorial, but again, it's up to you what you do with it. So what I've done here is I've then cut that green, and I've just cut it. So when I've resized it, I've grouped them all together on the mat, and then I've resized it to make this so everything fits perfectly. And this is just, and again, you know, if you've got collections where you've got tropical themes and stuff, this is a great addition to have in your collection. Then I'm just going to pop that on, and that's giving me my base of my card. So what we're going to do there is then we're going to look at the tray. So I've cut this out in the craft card, but what I've also done is I've also cut it out in the green card as well, so that I can add some layers to it if you like. So again, just popping that all-purpose on to get it into place. Let me just move the base out the way so as I'm building up my bits to go. And again, what I did with this, so that it looked dimensional, is I left the leaf on the mat, and then I brought all of the other things onto the mat and resized them around the leaf, so that I thought it might not be to everybody's taste, but to me it all mixed right, and it looked pleasing on the eye, if you like. So just going to pop the grassy bit on the bottom there. And then what I've done is, if we just have a quick, you can then, if I just, let me just get that up there, I can either stick it down flat, or I could add some of that glue gel to give it a bit of 3D. The first one I did just stick down flat. Now you've also got with the palm tree, you've also got the matte layer. I just chose not to use that in my demo. And that's what the beauty is of digital crafting. You can do whatever you want when you want. Then the rest of it I've sort of prepared for you already. But again, talking about summer and the cocktails, again with this one, and I've just stuck it all together. I've cut it out in the sort of the pink, and I've cut it out in some white as well, and then the star, and then all I've done is, you can see I've just sellotaped the back in. And again, I could have had the matte. I chose not to because I just wanted it to be something slightly different. And then I'm just going to pop that there. And then I've used the matte on the flower, but you can see, again, I'm only using one, but you could use as many flowers as you liked. And I've just popped that, just going over the well, I think it's half a coconut with a pina colada in. What do you all think? Right, what do you all think? Let me know. Do you think it's a half a coconut with a pina colada in? I'm sure me and Linda will be having one of those shortly when we're back at the craft store. Right, we've then got our numbers. Now, this is what I was saying. Becky has, I've used 60 for no particular reason, but I just thought it was good to show that you've got that matte and layer that's there for you, and that Becky's welded them together. That is a job that, I mean, you know, I do love my scan and cut and I do love my silhouette, but moving things around to mould them together and stuff, it can become a bit time consuming. If Becky's done it all for me, I'm dancing all the way, because that's what I want. And then I've used those sentiments again, just to bob on, and it's sending love. And I'll just pop that down by the 60 just for you. And that is our SVG file card, tropical card. I hope you like that creation. Again, you could do it with the hula girl. You could, you could resize and make your bases however you choose. Like, you know, it's really good to have. So let's just go back, and if I just quickly run through again what we've had on the show this evening. So we have had, let me move out of the L so you can see me. We've had the Paper Charm Topper Butterfly Breeze digital kit, which is $6.99. We've then had a Paper Charm Pack Butterfly Breeze digital kit, which is $4.99. I've then used those sentiments, which are the Spellbinding Essential Sentiments Volume 1. And again, like I've said, just type into the website Essential Sentiments, and that's really important so that you can see what we've got available, because Becky has done so many, and I know Trouble Witch is there as well, adding the bits in that she wants into those sentiments as well. So she's got a wealth of knowledge that she's used. We've then also got the Tropical Trip SVG files, $3.99. What a fantastic kit to have for $3.99 as well. Very good bargain. And again, if you have got that scan and cut, if you haven't, or you've got your Silhouette, Cricut, whatever digital cutting machine you've got, but if you haven't, I'd say pop over to the Highlight Crafts and watch Mel's video today, Mel's show today, because they were on at some fantastic offers. And then that last one that we had, those Milestone SVGs at $3.99. Let's have a quick look then through what people have been saying. So let's go back. Stop hiding behind the hell. No, that's my problem, Linda. Let me take it out, because I want to scroll down the messages. So, Headwitch Trouble is in the house. I'll have to have an order via iPad after show. My phone doesn't let me sign in to get covered discount. Oh, right. That's worth knowing, Jackie. We'll see if Kevin can help you with that as well. Beautiful cards. Thanks, Barbara. Stunning decorative papers. They are, Linda. I absolutely love them. Becky's so talented. Stuff hiding behind the hell. I know. You wouldn't believe if I move the camera, I've got red sellotape everywhere to tell me where to stand. I told you I'm a man. What do you expect? I can't multitask. When I'm deciding on layout, I sometimes take that. Yeah, we've seen. Yeah. Brill. You are getting better, Lyle. Thank you. I'll try my best, boss. I've had one for 4 years and still in the box. When I fully retire, end of the year, it will be a project for me to get to grips with. Raz, I get it. I absolutely get it. You know, I've been fortunate to have a silhouette cameo. Is it silhouette cameo? I think it is. Gifted to me, and it's I've always used a scan and cut, and it's like learning a new craft. You do have to dedicate some time, but get it out the box and play, because I tell you what, Ros, you won't go back. You'll absolutely love it. And yeah, Linda's right, it'll open up a whole new world for you. The things that you can do on a digital cutting machine are amazing. That's right, Kevin, bespoke cards, they are really good. And again, that's what's great about having a scan and cut or a silhouette or something. You can make your cards for you. Nobody's got, I mean, I've shown everybody that I've made the leaf card today. People may go out and use that idea. They may use like the coconut drink as another idea to create a bespoke card. That's what it's all about. And with the digital side of it, you can make that as big and as small as you want. So scan and cut, silhouette, thumbs up from me. I wasn't going to get the milestone messages, but you've convinced me here. Oh, thanks, Jackie. Do you know what? As soon as I saw them and I saw the numbers welded together, I just wanted to give Becky the biggest hug, because that is one of the things that really frustrates me. I love my digital crafting, and I love playing with that, but trying to get them to fit together, then to put a border around. Becky's done all that hard work for us. I just love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, thanks, Wendy. You're doing fine. Right. The last thing I've got to talk about, and I've probably talked about it, and if you haven't seen yet, we've got and I'll pop the screen up at the very end for you. But have you signed up to our newsletter? It's where all the gossip is. You know, there's so much stuff coming. There's so many new things coming that it's really important that you sign up. But what those witches have done for you, if you sign up to the newsletter, you're going to get a free digital download, so you can have a try before you buy, if you like, on us. That's super cool, I think. But if you haven't signed up, get over to the website, scroll to the bottom. It's a really quick, simple sign up now. Just enter an email address that's valid. There you can receive your emails to. You'll get that. You'll get a newsletter. It comes sort of twice a week, but we do send out the occasional gossip as well, which I'm sure there'll be more gossip to come, so keep your eyes peeled. That's really important. And then the last thing before I go, I just wanted to say, if you're free and you're about on Friday evening at 7 o'clock, we'll be here again in the same place at the same time with a whisper of what's to come, because I'll be giving you a little preview of some of the samples, but I've also got 3 fantastic demos lined up for Friday evening for what we will be launching on the craft store on Monday. Now, you know what happened last time. You know if Trouble Witch has been at the Malbec, because it may go live on Friday. Who knows? I don't know myself yet, so we'll just have to wait and see. But join me at 7 o'clock here on the Crafty Witches Facebook and YouTube channel to see a whisper of what's to come for the craft store on Monday the 19th with myself and Sheila Halliwell. It's been great being with you this evening. I hope you've all had a great time. I'll leave the signing up sheet up for you, so if you've missed it, and you can get over to the website and sign up. But it's been great to be with you this evening. Thanks for joining me, and all the best. See you soon.